minutes for you tonight. Just kind of what were you seeing from the guys in the corner? Send stuff to you and give you those chances.
Yeah, it should have been more, man. I think I personally bailed them out a few times, reaching low and whatnot. But just, I've been doing this a long time, bro. It's something that I got a reputation for, and something I'm just trying to get back to. I think my numbers there are down this season, and I know in order for us to be a more dominant defensive team, I need to get back to my ways, and it's more of an emphasis for me just to go get the ball.
Offensively, you guys, I think, shot 42% on the night, 26% from three. What were you seeing? Maybe not making as many shots as you might want.
Oh, to make them miss the league, I think we generated some great shots. I think we got one of the best shooting teams in the league. You know what I'm saying? I think we just missed shots. I think that the reason we lost tonight is not makes and misses. It's the it's the bonehead errors. It's the fouling jump shooters for 20 points, whatever it was. It's offensive rebounds. It's turnovers. Like that's been our Achilles heel the past couple of games. I think we're playing the right basketball. The right way to win games, but it's the margin. That I think we're losing right now, and that's only something that we can correct ourselves.
The fouling of jump shooters, that's been something that you guys have just kind of done all year long. What are you saying about not being able to get rid of that issue?
I think it's a combination of trying to do things the right way. You're playing hard, you're closing out, but with these new rules and whatnot, you got to have the landing space. And myself, I'm guilty of it. I foul guys up top as well. I think it's just, again, like I said, just bonehead mistakes at times and just discipline. I think in order to get to where we want to go, as that next level, you can't be doing that type of stuff and creating those habits.
You guys are down 10, got it to 2. I had complimented the fight that it kind of never went away. And Kuz is like, well, we could just have more sense of urgency, bring it on a little bit earlier, win the game. I guess kind of how do you balance that out? Like to keep having the fight, but obviously not get the results.
I never question the fight of this group. I think that as a collective, once we all lock in, once we all look at each other, look each other in the eyes and get out there and just lock in, like it's there. But you're right, it has to be a sustained fight. It can't be okay, now we're gonna fight, And it's just a matter of again, just kind of pulling each other, together. We're the ones that are out there on the floor, and we can't expect the coaches to tell us to go out there and play hard. It's just it's a player thing, and we have the personnel to do it.
How hard is this week before the trade deadline?
Oh, I've been through worse. I've been through worse. I think that it's hard for anybody, this time of the year. Everybody has families, man. Everybody has their own livelihoods. It's just, I think that we kind of pour into each other around this time of the year. You try to block out the noise. You try to stay off social media, but camaraderie is something that's so important. Especially on the road. Just being together and just, we're a band of brothers at the end of the day. So you just got to act like that. And again, I'm not downplaying how hard it is, though, because it is. Anything could happen. But that's just the nature of the beast. When we signed our names on that contract, it's also what we signed up for. So it's you just try to just keep the focus on hoops.